you're a longtime listener, would you have ever thought that you'd be hearing this much sports on this podcast?
I don't know what has happened to us.
It started with the Knicks.
Right. That's. By the way, I told you that the Knicks are a gateway drug.
Gateway drug.
And here we are covering more sports.
But it's really not true because I literally couldn't care less about the World Cup. I don't think I've even seen more than 8 seconds of any game.
Unfortunately, same.
Yeah.
Same.
So we're not really...
It's not true.
It's not a gateway drug.
Because I'm invested in the countries. Like, look.
Oh, yes. No. It's like with the Olympics. Like, nobody cares about the Olympics.
Right. Nobody's watching the actual games.
Right, but we covered like how many medals. We want the United States to win medals.
Right. Well, the United States is clearly out of the World Cup.
Yeah.
Today, Spain really shut down France.
Yeah.
2-0. And I know you're going to make fun of that because it's just 2 goals, but it's 2 goals. It's a big deal in football.
Well, Spain is the worst of all the European countries right now.
Well, when it comes...
in our books.
Yes, 100%. When it comes to Jewish people and the Jewish community, we do not like the Spain.
So
España.
Not only is Spain, anti-Semitic and it's just been horrible. You know who else hates Spain?
France.
We didn't cover this because I guess we didn't have time, but it's been on the docket for weeks.
Yeah.
No, U.S. President Donald Trump. Trump hates Spain. In fact, Trump ordered an immediate halt to all trade with Spain.
I love that.
Yeah.
I really do love that. I don't think that we need Spain. They're a tiny country in the scope of things.
They think that there's something special. Nobody needs you, Spain. Nobody cares about you, Spain.
Yeah, that is true. But here's the thing. It was like 2 enemies against each other. You know what I mean?
Well, no.
France is not exactly friends with the Jewish nation.
They're not Spain. No.
They're not Spain. I'll give you that.
Nowhere near Spain. Yeah. Nowhere near.
But again,
the government of Spain is literally encouraging anti-Semitism.
Right.
France is trying to stop it. They understand it's bad.
Yeah, but they're not exactly a friend to Israel.
They're way better than Spain.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's really bad. Spain is really bad.
President Trump directed Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent to cut off all commercial ties with Madrid, labeling the country a wasted cause. There's nothing, no reason. Mostly it came about because of NATO, and you know how he wants them to spend more on NATO, whatever.
Yeah, but they're also very woke in Spain.
Yeah.
So it's that whole liberal mindset that they live there. And now they're going to be in the World Cup finals.
Yeah.
So we don't know who's going to win the next match. The next match is going to be England versus Argentina.
We hope Argentina wins.
Yeah. No, we need Argentina to win. Not that we have anything against England. And by the way, all of our UK listeners are probably rooting for England.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe not. Maybe they're voting for Argentina also.
I don't think, bro, there's no way. There's no way. I mean, listen, they're patriots. I feel like they love their team. And England will be victorious.
We hope not. But speaking of woke and the World Cup, did you see this thing? The United States men's team, the men's World Cup team.
Okay.
They get a $16 million from FIFA. Did we ever determine if it was FIFA or FIFA?
It's FIFA. It's not FIFA. It's FIFA.
Well, it's an I.
Yeah,
so
I know.
It could be FIFA.
It's not, though, because if you know anything, if you're listening to any coverage.
I'm clearly not. Okay, so the men's team earned $16 million from FIFA because they reached the round of 16.
Which is great.
Pretty good. $16 million.
How do they split it, though?
How do they split it? Indeed. Turns out they have to split it down the middle with the U.S. women's team.
Really?
Yes.
But wait, they didn't advance.
I know that. I know that. Well, they didn't even play. They won't play a World Cup match until 2027. But
so there's a team that didn't play.
Yeah.
And they get 50% of the earnings? It sounds like a marriage to me.
This is the wokest thing I've ever seen or heard.
Who made these rules?
They agreed to it with FIFA. It's insane. So out of the $16 million, how much is each player on the men's team going to make?
Well, I don't know how many players they are.
I don't either. I'll give you the number. It's $250,000.
Wow. That, and which could have been 500,000.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
And these women who have never played a game
Yeah.
in the World Cup.
No, but don't worry. When the women play, they're going to have to split their
earnings
100
with
grand
the men, with the
among
men.
16 people, because it's like the WNBA, right? The NBA generates billions and billions of dollars.
Yeah.
The WNBA generates
Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of
right,
dollars.
exactly. I was going to say millions, but it's really very little.
Right.
And all we hear about how, it's not fair. It's not fair. You know, this is ridiculous. Women get paid less. No, women are not getting paid less. The NBA, the men's NBA, is generating billions, so they get billions.
Right.
You women's NBA, nobody's watching.
Right.
Nobody. I'm sorry.
I mean,
sorry.
unfortunately, but listen, but
we don't make the rules. Don't hate the play or hate the game.
it is a growing sport, as I understand.
Yeah, okay. I don't think so. I really don't think so. But this whole woke thing with the women, it's why is it wrong to say? I don't know. Maybe I'm going to get in trouble. Some things men are going to be better at. Some things women are going to be better at. Right?
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I
Is
think
that reasonable?
100%.
Like men are not great at everything. There are things that women are going to be better, and there are things that men are going to be better.
Yeah, I cannot cook to save my life. But my wife,
that's a
she's
bad
unbelievable.
Example. That's a bad example.
Why?
Because I think most of the most
When you have
famous
chefs,
on
yeah.
earth are men.
Okay. So what?
So-
But doesn't mean a woman chef will get paid less. If you're a world class
yes,
chef,
correct.
you're getting paid the same.
No, I'm saying
You're saying there should be different sports or
no, not different. I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with saying that the WNBA players are going to get paid less because it's less of a
there's less of a demand of people. Listen,
yes,
everything
because men playing sports is going to be men are stronger physically. That's how God created us.
But that's not true necessarily in the context where if all of a sudden the WNBA got millions and millions of people watching.
Yeah, but nobody's going
and
to
they
watch.
I understand.
That's the problem.
Listen, that is something that can change by the day. You don't know how it's going to pan out. I mean, you kind of do.
We kind of do.
But it's all about the eyeballs, right? If you get more eyeballs and more people are spending money to watch those games, then they're going to be making more money. I mean, it's a really simple equation. It has nothing to do with men or women.
No, what I'm saying is that because men physically are stronger, right? It's a fact.
Okay.
They're going to be better at sports. It's physical sports. They're going to be
Okay.
better. It's going to be more enjoyable to watch them do said physical activities.
They're playing amongst men. It's going to be an equal playing field if
Right.
you're playing amongst women.
But it's going to be harder, right? They're going to be playing harder. It's going to be more intense. You know, when Serena Williams, best tennis player, we covered this, best tennis player ever, played like a 40th ranked male player, he destroyed her.
right.
That's just how it is.
It's the nature of who we are.
But we have to make believe that men and women are, perfectly equal in everything. This is the woke culture.
I understand, but I also am thinking that it's just a business decision. It's not a matter of who's better, who's not better. This is a business decision. If you generate a certain amount of income, you're going to reap those rewards.
Right. Yeah. If they can somehow magically do it,
Yeah.
well, power to you.
Exactly.
But on this topic, there's a woman named Jen Paywall. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She's the first female umpire in MLB history.
Okay.
Okay. That's Major League Baseball. She's the first female umpire.
Fantastic.
So I did a deep dive. Okay. And here's a video. I'm showing you a video. This is her first ever call when as a professional referee, umpire, I'm sorry. And if you notice, did you see that?
It was out of the strike box.
Out of the strike box.
And she called it a strike.
strike.
Yeah.
That was her first call ever in the game. Okay. Now, so she started doing, she started umpiring, whatever. Everything's going great. And then they said, okay, Jen, you need to go back to the minors for a little while. Yes.
After that one call?
No, it wasn't that one
It was
call.
multiple
Yes.
calls where she's just calling strikes?
They're calling things wrong. Okay. She just came back. She's back in the MLB.
Wait, so she went back to the minors and now she's back for the second
she's
time. She
back.
finally made it back. Like she did her training again.
Yes. And I have for you video right here, which we will share. I want you to pay close attention. It's going to be tricky. We'll share this in the WhatsApp. I'll describe it. So she's back. She's umpiring. It's very exciting. This is the Toronto Blue Jays versus the San Diego Padres, I believe.
Okay.
Okay. This is Padres up at bat. So now I want you to watch the video. We're going to include it in the WhatsApp. Here's the pitch is thrown. You see where it is.
Yeah. It's
Outside
a little
the
low,
box.
but it's touching the box.
Okay.
Maybe.
But it's out.
Okay.
Okay. That's a ball. Now watch Jen. Strike.
Yeah, she does
Now,
call it a
watch.
strike.
Now watch the player that's at bat. Watch what he does. See what he did there?
He's touching his head.
You know what that means?
I don't.
That means he's calling. I forgot what the term is, but that means he wants. He's challenging it. He's challenging the call.
Really? So they like touch their yarmulke,
Yes.
and that means I want to challenge.
I want to
it.
challenge it. I want to watch the instant replay. I want them to go into replay. Now, you realize that,
I didn't even know a player can do that.
yeah, they get 2 a game. I did a deep dive.
Really?
They get 2 a game. That's if they don't win. If you win the challenge, it doesn't cost you.
Nice.
So you got to be careful. But you see, he instantly challenges her.
Yeah, that didn't even take a second.
Not even a second. Okay. Now, the rule is you have to challenge right away.
Okay.
The umpire calls it, you got to challenge, which he did. Now, watch her, and look what she's doing. She's waving her arms and saying, you challenged it too late.
What?
Yeah. Now,
That was literally instantly.
instantly.
Also, she has an aegeus. There's no way she can say.
Of course she has an aegeus.
Right. She can't say it's too late. You need an outside person.
She knows she's going back to the minors. She can't
Right.
let him challenge.
No, she cannot.
She's like, no, it was too late. It was too late. Sorry. You didn't tell me in time. Meanwhile, he told her instantly. Now the batting coach comes to argue, and guess what she does then?
She starts yelling at him.
No, worse. She ejects the batting coach.
No.
Ejected from the game.
She's a rogue umpire.
She's drunk on umpire power.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Look at her. Look at her. Look at that face.
Oh my goodness.
You see how angry she is?
I see. No, she's not angry. She's just nervous. You know what I mean? She's just like, I'm not, there's no way.
You saw that? That was the batting coach leaving the stadium.
And he had to listen? Like, isn't there an overlord? Like, do we have like a like a boss umpire?
No, she made the call.
She's the one?
The coach went to the third base coach. He went to other people on the field. Like they all like bewildered. Like, what are we supposed to do with this crazy lady?
Right.
She's the umpire. But Jen wasn't done.
Oh,
Not
no.
in this game.
Oh, no.
Oh yes. Now, if you continue watching, this is a compilation. So there was another batter now. This time it's the Padres at bat. Okay. Now the pitch is thrown. You see he stepped back. Now she says that he stepped out of the batter's box.
During the pitch?
Yes.
That's not possible. It's 96 mile an hour ball.
Well, she says it.
He wouldn't have even had time.
She says it happened. And guess what? There was a person on base. You know what happens?
He stole the base.
No, he scores. He comes home. They tell him, go home. And they get the score.
Wait. Is it a rule that because he stepped out of the batter box,
yeah,
then
but
it's
he
a
didn't
penalty?
step out of the batter's box. You just said yourself.
You're saying during the pitch.
He moved back.
Right.
But it was, watch. Okay?
Nothing could be more clear that the catcher has it in his mitt before the guy steps out of the batter's box.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this woman is troubled and she's just saying anything, just don't send me back to prison.
Now look, now you have the whole Blue Jays team flipping out. Look at them.
Now,
they don't know what to do. And they're like, a minute ago, Toronto was laughing at them. You know what I mean? They were laughing at the strike. And there's an umpire huddle going on. This is serious.
See, these are the games that I would totally watch.
No, you wouldn't because
you
the
never
people in
know.
the stands,
You
right.
can't know.
The people in the stands are just watching that the game is stopped. They have
Right,
no
they don't
idea
know.
what's
They're not
going on.
announcing these things.
Exactly. But you see, my point is, there was never any female umpires for a reason. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. Don't give me that look.
I'm giving you the look because it
don't
makes
know.
no sense.
There's something about the skills needed. For some reason, men are better at this. I have no idea why.
Right.
I have no idea. Men can't do ballet, maybe.
It doesn't make
I don't
sense.
know.
This does not make sense, though. Eyes are eyes. You know what I'm saying?
true.
Maybe it's just this woman can't
spatial-
make a call.
It's not eyes. It's spatial
Awareness.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know.
This really does need like much more analysis. Like, this is a big tzarachin.
I mean, you could look her up. Jen Paywall, Pawol. Look her up.
All right, you guys should see the videos. You can do it by joining the WhatsApp, and you can do that by visiting us at kiddishclubpodcast.com and click join the WhatsApp. It is super easy.
Also, the explosive diarrhea continues.
Oh, boy.
The parasite, the explosive diarrhea continues. Now, Taco Bell is under investigation.
I think they were always under investigation. I mean,
diarrhea.
yeah, exactly.
makes sense.
I was wondering the same thing. Like Joey Chestnut, I'm sure his doctor does not want to see him now.
No, he probably is telling his wife, he's like, honey, you don't understand.
I might have cyclosporiasis.
And she's like, Joey, you just ate 66 hot dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
In other news, speaking of Taco Bell, Chipotle, competitor. Chipotle's opening its first restaurant in Mexico.
Well, it is about time.
And you know what? I don't think Mexicans care.
What do you mean when you say care? Isn't Chipotle like a Mexican?
Yeah. It's an American
Mexican.
an American company cosplaying like,
Right.
Mexican.
Right.
You think the Mexicans now are welcoming Chipotle with open arms?
No, definitely not. Not only that, it's like you'd probably be a traitor if you went to a Chipotle in Mexico.
Yeah, it's not authentic.
No.
Are you kidding me? Like Chipotle it's like big news. Chipotle's coming to Mexico.
It's like Sabra selling hummus in Jerusalem. It's an American company now.
Yeah. But it's still...
It's Sabra.
Yeah.
You're saying its origins were...
Yeah, its origins. It's like Waze. Even though it's owned by Google, it's still like...
Still has a little bit of a
still say
din
Israel.
of Israel.
But like this, I cannot imagine there's one Mexican who's like, oh, Chipotle's coming.
You know who is happy about a Chipotle in Mexico?
Nobody.
No, the cartel.
Okay.
Because
Explain
listen. If you're a cartel member, you're constantly thinking like, is America sending plants or spies?
Okay.
And now you can know exactly who's who.
Okay.
Because you put a burrito on the table. You put two. You put two burritos on. One was made by Abuela.
Okay.
And the other one was made by Chipotle.
Oh, and he's got to determine.
Taste it, way. Go ahead. Tell me which one is the right one. So this is the one you think is authentica? That's the real one? You're a spy. I'm going to show you what we do to spies, man.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Who sent you? Donald Trump? Tell me the truth.
It seems like they could, there's a lot easier ways to do it than to use Chipotle.
Yeah, but once Chipotle's there.
Right, once it's there.
You know what I'm saying? Might as
that.
well capitalize.
I hear that. Also, the sensational headlines never end. This headline says, warning as deadly fungal storms sweep America with toxic dust carrying disease.
Now, listen, if I was just a reader of news and not a deep diver, this would panic me.
Yeah. It gets, I mean, I saw this.
Yeah.
I got nervous.
I'm sure you did, but that's why people are tuning in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're going to give you what's real and what's fake.
So it's hard to see. The problem is once you do the deep dive, it's hard to take it totally seriously. Right? Because it says, so what's happening is that there's going to be these dust storms, and these dust storms lift up these spores, these fungal spores, and then people breathe them in, and then they get infections in their lungs.
Right.
But it's only affecting, for the most part, California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and Texas.
I mean, look, we have listeners in all those states.
Yeah. No, look, I'm not happy about it. I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying, can I be happy? It's not... coming
near
to
us,
New York,
us. Yes, 100%.
The New York area?
But look, they have the CDC has issued directives of what to do if a dust storm hits your area, and that is to stay home. And I'm all about staying home.
I'm good with that.
Yeah,
I don't know. And the more you read, it says these winds kick up huge walls of dust, also known as habibs. Are people just making this up? Is this real? I don't know. Should I be scared? Should I not be scared? I don't know. Deadly fungal spores. Everything is sensational. And everything is about our health and the risks, whether it's cyclosporiasis, Ebola, this, that. But if we have time, we're going to talk about AI coming up with a vaccine. First time AI came up with its own super vaccine.
Really? What is it covering?
Supposedly, it can cover, they're saying that it's going to be able to be used to cover almost anything. And right now, the one that it created, I think, covers all coronaviruses.
Okay. I am all about that. I mean, I'm not a vaccine guy, but that's because I also don't trust the people behind the vaccines.
Right.
They're making far
theorist.
too much money for me to
conspiracy.
think that it's necessary.
Conspiracy theorist.
I don't think so. Look, there are vaccines that are tried and true, okay, that have been around for dozens of years. And then there are emergency measure vaccines like the COVID vaccine. I don't even know if I should even say that word. Are we still going to get censored?
Yeah, we might get censored.
Maybe just bleep it out. But the end of the day is a lot of people made a lot of money off of that vaccine.
And if you would have made the money off of the vaccine, you'd be touting its, you'd be like...
Efficacy, yes,
you'd be like,
100%.
You must all take vaccines. But the reason they do this, they know that the sensational headlines are going to get you because who isn't worried about their health, right?
Of course.
So immediately you see it and you get worried. And the reason is because when it comes to health, we're all basically in the same boat, right?
Yes.
You could be the richest person in the world. You could be the poorest person in the world. You could be the most athletic, the least athletic. Doesn't matter. Because if, God forbid, when something happens, you're just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you something. When that happens, when tragedy strikes, it's like daunting. So unfortunately, I was in a situation where a family member had a Suffolk stroke.
What, a Suffolk, you mean?
Suffolk, a doubtful, questionable stroke.
Okay.
And it's terrifying, right? It's terrifying. The person can't talk normally and, Hatzalah comes. Of course, you have to go straight to the hospital. And then there's a question if they're going to give you, there's a special medication that they could give you if it is a stroke. And you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what's going on. Everything's a whirlwind. It's a very scary situation. But even more, a lot of times when it comes to, injuries of the brain or anything to do with the brain, it could have life-altering impacts.
Yeah, there's no question.
And so the question is, what do you do? What does a person do? Where do they turn when they have a family member or they themselves, God forbid, has a brain injury? They don't know where to turn, but there is a place to turn, and that's BINA.
Okay, BINA has to stand for something.
Yes, it stands for Stroke and Brain Injury Assistance.
So you mean brain injury assistance?
No, it says Stroke and Brain Injury Assistance.
So shouldn't it be SBINA?
Bro, this is our advertiser.
Yes, you're right.
It's BINA.
It is BINA.
And it's good because BINA, understanding from
Correct.
the brain, right?
Yes,
they're doing that.
The Hebrew play on words.
Yeah, very, very clever.
No, but in all seriousness, this is a resource for people who are in a situation where they don't really know where to turn to for help. And BINA is an organization that is going to guide you from start to finish, whether it's a traumatic brain injury or it's age-related or
stroke-related, but they're going to take you through every area of it. So, for example, you don't know where to go for rehabilitation. They're going to tell you. You don't know where to go for care. They're going to navigate that for you.
They're also going to guide you through insurance. They're going to advocate for you. Also, when your family needs support and crisis intervention, all these things are super important, and BINA helps you get through all of them.
They also offer educational webinars. They have family training. When there's clinical trials, who knows about clinical trials? You don't know what clinical trials there are. You know who knows? BINA knows what clinical trials, and they're going to tell you. So right now, the reason why we're mentioning all this, because BINA is running their annual campaign right now. This is a real tzedakah. You know what I mean? This is a really great organization. You can contribute and be part of this mitzvah. You could go to charity.com. That's charity with a D, CHARIDY.com/BINA. Of course, the link is going to be in our show notes. But God forbid, no one should ever be in this situation. But knowing that there's an organization like BINA, at least you're not going through it alone.
And if you want to learn more about what BINA does, visit binausa.org.
And we do have a shout out this week before we continue.
Shout out to my brother Shlomi and bro-in-law Sruli who listen to the cast while jogging. Keep up the great work from Shmuley P. Thank you, Shmuley.
Okay, so sticking with the serious tone that we've just entered, we lost a real, I don't know how to put it.
An advocate, a friend.
He was more than that. I don't think anyone realizes what Lindsey Graham was. Now, some of you listening are Democrats. Some of you hate Lindsey Graham. And that's fine. That's your right. This is America, after all. But even if you hate him, you have to appreciate and have a hakaras hatov. You have to have a gratitude towards what he did for the Jewish people, what he did for Israel. This was a man, first of all, he was orphaned at a young age, took care of his family. He spent 30 years in the armed forces. Then he became a senator for decades.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be a Jewish person, meaning if you're an American, if you live in this country, you owe a debt of gratitude to Lindsey Graham. You may not have agreed with every single thing that he said, but he was an American patriot and he devoted his life to serving the American people.
The articles that are coming out in the Jewish news, in the Israeli news, Aside from the American news, here's one headline. Lindsey Graham was more than Israel's friend. He was its iron shield in Washington. This man, you don't even have to take my word for it. Listen to what President Trump had to say.
He died right after returning to Washington, D.C. from a trip to Ukraine. It was his 10th trip there. He was a strong belief in interventionism, a staunch defender of Israel, staunch advocate for Zelensky. How influential was he with you when it came to foreign policy?
Well, we disagreed a little bit, but overall, I'm a big Israel person. He was certainly that.
So he said, Trump, first of all, why does Trump have to make it about himself?
I mean, we always know where it goes.
I know, but come on, just give the man his due without interjecting yourself. He's a big Israel guy. I'm a big Israel guy. But when the president said the first words out of his mouth about Lindsey Graham, he was big for Israel.
Yeah.
And he was big for Jews. And he was a tremendous force. And in fact, people are saying it's the end of an era. Now that Lindsey Graham is not there, he was like the iron shield in Congress for Jews and for Israel. And now he's gone suddenly.
Yeah, it's extremely sad. And just the sudden nature of it also has me a little suspicious. He comes right back from Ukraine.
Here we go.
And then he's dead a couple hours later.
Here we go.
But how do you, it's extremely suspicious.
Well, they asked Trump about that too, and he said there's nothing. The FBI is looking into it, and they're wasting their time because he was very unhealthy. His arteries were all clogged, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm not saying it's impossible.
Listen, he was the alter Bacher of Congress. I mean, if you have to put it any way, you know what I'm saying?
He was unmarried. That's true. But you could not ask for better than Lindsey Graham. So much so that I got nervous when I saw this. I couldn't help but think of Purim, the story of Purim, right? What Chazal teach us about Purim is that, the Jews weren't getting the message. Things were happening and the Jews weren't getting the message until Haman came along and said, "Oh, I'm going to kill all the Jews." Oh, then they got the message. But what about all the signs? The signs were there before. Why didn't you make tshuva? Why didn't you do something?
So you're saying this is a sign?
I'm saying, things keep happening and we keep dismissing them and going, okay, all right, maybe it won't be so bad. Okay, a communist, Hamas supporting Muslim Arab guy is now the mayor of the largest Jewish city in the world.
Yeah, it's hard to fight with that one. Yeah,
right. And we all go, okay, it happens. It happens.
Maybe it won't be so bad.
And then the next thing happens, and then the next, and then a bunch of socialists, and then Lindsey Graham.
Yeah,
and it just keeps going. And we didn't even talk about Ro Khanna yet.
Yeah, he's also a bad guy,
bad dude.
And we didn't talk about clavicular.
Yeah. Which we will get to also. But before we do, so Ro Khanna, member of Congress, went to Israel. Now, this is a guy who was not an extreme leftist. He was like a moderate kind of a leftist Democrat, and he was, he was pro-Palestinian rights, but he was also very pro-Israel, right? He was just a regular, middle of the road kind of guy that he's okay. He's not a guy that you'd throw out.
Right. That's what we thought.
No, that's what he was. But now, all you have to do in the Democrat Party to get elected is just, beat down on Israel constantly.
Yeah, and you heard that he went to Israel, right?
Well, that's what we're talking about. He went to Israel specifically so that he could say how bad Israel was.
Right, and he didn't announce his arrival at all. They offered to coordinate his visit, but he did not take them up on it. And then he just shows up to a military base.
No. So he did coordinate with an extreme leftist organization.
Oh, Palestinian people.
No, they were actually Jews, but Israelis, but they're, psycho leftists.
Okay.
And so then they decide to go into a restricted area. Okay. Now, if you had prepared for that if you actually did the coordination with the government, so maybe you could go. Now, why does he want to go there? Nobody knows. He decides to go there. Now, he said nothing about this encounter. So he had an encounter there. He said zero about it for 3 days. After 3 days, he comes out. I was detained by Israeli authorities. They treated me horrible. It was insane. It was abhorrent. It was so abhorrent, he thought he was going to die. He was scared for his life. But he was so scared that he didn't, not one email, not one tweet, not one nothing for 3 days. That's how scared he was. And here's the crazy part. We have video of the encounter.
Right. So
I'm not going to play it because it's all Hebrews. Nothing really. We'll include it in the WhatsApp. You know what happened? Nothing happened.
Right. They were just asking, who are you?
Yeah. And then they made him wait 45 minutes for the police to show up.
Right.
So that they could clear it. And they ended up letting him go. I don't know why they did. I guess because he's a
you don't want
congressman.
to. You don't want to detain him. Then you'll have a real story on your hands. I mean, here it was just 45 minutes. They made him wait till the police showed up. I mean, which is normal.
That was it. That was it. The only one he claimed that settlers were brandishing M16 rifles, pointing and laughing at him. It never It's all fake.
He's paying
It's
his
fiction.
dues to the left. That's exactly what he's doing.
He's manufacturing a controversy just so that he could pander to this new Democrat base that hates Israel. And that's what he did. It was 3 days later, and they're like, guys, we got to go back to America. What are we going to do? We need something.
Right. We don't have anything.
We need something. Like, okay, go through the footage. What do we got, guys? What do we got? Oh, remember when we were driving to the base? Okay, we'll go with that. He's just.
By the way, that's probably exactly how it played out.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But the scary part is that's not the scary part. The scary part is that he knows that he can do this, that we have video that contradicts him, and no, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The whole world sees this. The whole country sees it. And everybody goes, wow, Israel's really, really bad. This is how they treat American Congress people, elected officials.
Right. Like as though somebody is going to recognize Ro Khanna.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody here knows him. If he walked into this room, I would not know who in the world he is.
No, and the best part, by the way, is he claims that they did this because he's brown-skinned.
But
he's
the
of
whole
Indian
Israel
descent.
is brown skinned.
Right. Right. That means he literally means he didn't go anywhere in Israel.
Right.
Or he did. And he, again, sat with his guys and he says, guys, what are we going to say? Yeah, also, let's go with the racism thing. You know, Americans will play it up. Tell them that they were racist because you were brown-skinned. Meanwhile, the whole Israel's brown-skinned.
Right.
Everyone. At least half the country is brown-skinned.
Right.
Right? So it's ridiculous.
It's crazy how, in as much as we've become like one world, like it is a small world because there's so much communication
And travel.
and travel and everything is so accessible. But at the same time, you just have no idea what's happening on the ground in Israel.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? I think the problem is that everybody stays in their bubble, because if you want to see what's going on in Israel, there's plenty of ways to see.
Yeah, you're free to go and find out.
Right. But people don't do that. They stay in their echo chambers. So they stay. And you know what? When you have your congressperson telling you this is the reality, this is the emes, this is the truth, why should I question it? I mean, he knows better than me. He's a congressperson.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that's why you elect him, because
Right.
you trust him.
Exactly. So it's gotten so crazy that, Nick Fuentes has been coming out repeatedly to call this out. No, that's how you know we entered like a different reality.
Yeah.
So here's just one from this week. This is Nick Fuentes talking about how every Democrat decides now that they have to attack Israel. Listen to this.
What changed in 2024 and 2025 is it became really in vogue and really popular for people to talk about Jews in Israel in a negative way, also just to talk about conspiracies in general. Suddenly, that became the grift. And it attracted people that were looking for notoriety, people that were looking to build a social platform. How do we know this? Well, look at Jackson Hinkle. Jackson Hinkle, I think, gained like 3 million Twitter followers in 9 months. What explains the explosion in engagement for people criticizing Israel? No one's going to like to hear this. You're going to call me a grifter. You're going to call me a shill. You're going to say controlled opposition, switch sides. Honest to God truth. This is the truth. Probably it was being driven from foreign countries and the left. Why, oh why, all of a sudden did it become supercharged? If you criticize Israel on Twitter, boom, 100,000 likes.
Well, the truth is, Nick Fuentes, I think, is just a contrarian. Let's look at what the world is doing, and I'm going to do the opposite.
No, I think he's upset because they're all stealing his grift.
Yeah.
I
mean, he was the first one.
He was the guy. That's what made him famous. And now everybody's becoming famous because they're doing the same
Well,
thing.
they're just taking a page out of his book, and he doesn't like it.
Yeah, and it's funny because look at the people who he's fighting with. Jackson Hinkle, huge anti-Semite. Candace Owens, he and Candace at each other's throats.
Yeah, consistently.
He goes after every anti-Semite. He is a plant from like the Ascanim, from the Chassidim. You know what I'm saying? To infiltrate.
So wait a second. So you mean his name is not Nick Fuentes?
No, his name is not Nick Feintuch. But you see where I'm going with this, right?
Nachman Feintuch.
Yes.
Rabbi said, I'm your guy. I am your guy. You should hear my Amerikanische accent.
Yes. And he think about it. This man is defending the Jews online right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy, but it's not. It's not if he's really Nachman.
If he's really a plant.
He's really Nachman.
Okay.
We have a couple of more clips from some more anti-Semites, but before we do, Tisha B'Av is coming.
Yes, it is. You know, I'm kind of excited for the people that are on the shop to go through the Tisha B'Av and like not think about food.
Yeah. You know, I never thought of that.
Yeah, I mean,
I
isn't
never
it?
thought of that fringe benefit.
Yeah.
Now you tell me?
Bro, this time. There is time. You can get on the shop before Tisha B'Av and not even feel the fast.
It takes time, doesn't it? It takes time to build or something?
No, I don't think so.
So you're saying I should just do it?
Just do it now. Now is the time to visit slimrxcenter.com and just sign up. You have a quick Zoom meeting with a clinician. They're going to take one look at you and say, you qualify.
You're so mean. Wait, why do you got to get mean?
And then you could ask them all your questions, your dozens and dozens of questions. You can ask them every single one. And before you know it, you're done.
And then I'm breezing through Tisha B'Av.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a breeze for you. And you'll finally like get to focus on the day, you know, improve your character because you're fasting, but you don't feel it.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready to do it.
Wait, is that a commitment?
That's a commitment.
Oh,
I'm going to do it.
Okay,
I'm going to do it for. I'm going to do it for the cast.
Slim RX, if you're listening, you have it right now.
Mr. Producer is hereby committing. Oh boy,
this is a big one.
SlimRxCenter.com and trying out. What was it? The
Terzepatide.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one I want for you.
Okay. So SlimRx, you guys got me, and I guess I'm going to share the ongoing journey.
Oh, yes.
With our listeners.
And what a journey it's going to be. I mean, I do have a little bit mixed feelings, you know, because a lot of the dynamic between us might be lost.
Yeah, you're not going to have to pick on someone else.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even have anybody else here.
Have to start bringing in people, bringing audience people. We are now interviewing to join us in our live studio audience.
220 and above only.
Check them out, slimrxcenter.com. Okay, back to the clips. This I loved. You know Roger Waters? You know,
anti-Semite.
Huge anti-Semite. He is one of the members of a band called Pink Floyd, who was popular in like, I guess, what was it, the 70s?
I guess.
60s, 70s, 80s. I mean, they're a very, very prominent band, let's say. But this dude is really a huge anti-Semite. Any musician on earth whoever says that they're going to Israel, this guy brings, you know, an insane amount of pressure to get them to pull out, and they usually do. Now, he was on Piers Morgan, another guy who nobody likes. So in this clip, Roger Waters is talking about a crowdfunding operation for one of his psycho causes, and he's saying how they don't have enough money. I got to hand it to Piers. He did a pretty good job here. Listen to this.
There's a crowdfunder running. We need more cash. We need more cash. Okay, please. Oh, look, there it is.
Out of interest, you're worth a reputed 300 million. Why don't you just finish off the crowd fundraising yourself?
Why don't you mind your own business?
Why are you being so tight about it?
I very nearly used the F word there.
You can do that. We're uncensored. We're uncensored. So you like.
Right. Listen. I, as you quite rightly point out, have a decent-sized war chest, but there are a lot of demands on that war chest.
No, but if this one's
I give Matt Campbell any more money for this case in the forthcoming months or years to come remains to be seen, but it's none of your business. All right.
Well,
sorry, Matt. I didn't mean to get.
You're being very over defensive. All I asked you was why, if he's trying to raise more money, why aren't you helping him? If it's that important to.
Yeah, I might say you're being very over attacky, Piers.
No, I'm not really. Just asking you questions, as always.
It's how you make your living. I don't mind.
I just ask questions. You don't have to answer them. You can be over defensive.
Turns out Roger Waters might be more Jewish than he thinks. I mean, did you see him fumfering through it?
He's worth $300 million.
Right. And there's a lot of demands on my war chest. Do me a favor.
How much did they raise in this crowdfunding? 26,000 pounds. This man.
He's advocating.
Yeah.
He could literally double it and not even know.
No, he wouldn't even know. It's the interest he makes in a day is more than that.
That's insane to me.
Yeah. It just shows you the type of people we're talking about. Another one, we've had him before, we've talked about him before, is Sneeko. Now, Sneeko, another anti-Semite, he was on with another anti-Semite, Alex Jones.
Oh, yes.
You saw this one?
I sure did.
Going to be a lot of bleeps. Listen to this.
The manifesto, they're Mexican white nationalist cat boys. So
Durka, Muhammad Jihad.
Well, stuff like that is.
What do you want me to tell you? I'm your friend, like the Quran says, and then stab you in the back?
The Quran doesn't say that.
How about I become a Shiite with you, and we take swords and cut our heads, and for 8 hours I just march you like.
That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Or I could be a megachurch Christian with Kenneth Copeland drinking my blood. I could be with Erica Kirk shooting fireworks off. You want me to do that? Small minority to demonize 2 billion people.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weasel from Connecticut, the mighty Mongol, the amazing, all-powerful, sneaky
Allahu Akbar!
Sneeko!
Allahu Akbar!
You don't even have a brain.
So what makes you think you can deport
You
me?
gotta have a brain to be
So
able to
what
get
makes you
knocked
think
out.
you can deport me if Sean Strickland can't knock me down, huh? You can't stop me. I'm coming.
I know. Then tell me.
I'm
coming. Durka, Muhammad.
Allahu Akbar!
The women.
Takbir!
The slavery that we take the women as slaves. And
inshallah, you become Abdul Alex Jones.
Assalamu alaikum. Marry your cousin. It's so much fun.
You really have.
Durka, Muhammad Jihad.
Wow.
It comes from your Jewish supreme leaders. It comes from Abraham, who you are the bad son. You are the bad Islami. Bad, Abraham say. You are not the chosen. No good, Sneaky. You are cursed, Sneaky. You are cursed to wear nightgown and marry cousin. Bye, Sneaky. I love you.
Hey,
I'll
stop
see you tomorrow.
stop killing.
His name is a sneaky snake, oh snake. All right, we love you, Sneaky.
See you tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum.
Bye. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes.
I mean, if you
Two psychos.
Yeah. You can't out crazy Alex Jones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's absolutely out of his mind. But you need to see that clip.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. Okay, we have to jump to Iran for a second. So the United States is attacking Iran again.
Yep.
So I don't know how this is going to play out because, as I mentioned, Trump had 60 days for the skirmish. He cannot continue without Congress's approval, and he doesn't have the funding, which he also needs Congress for. And right now, they're begging Congress for the funds. Now, I guess maybe the calculus is, we made peace with them. And
we
then
tried
we
anyway.
tried.
Yeah.
We did it. Now, Iran decided to start shooting because what they did was they again shot at ships in the Strait of Hormuz. So now America says, well, this is not us fighting with them. We made peace with them. This is a new engagement. They're shooting on ships. New. This is new. And the clock gets reset now by 60 days.
Oh, that's some real lumdus.
It's lumdus, but there has to be something along those lines. I'm sure his lawyers, I'm sure he's got a team of lawyers who are going through it. But before even this happened, did you see? I mean, I know you saw it. So Israel, we know for a fact, there was a Wall Street Journal article. We know for a fact that Israel uncovered a plot to kill Trump while he was in Turkey.
Yes.
That's a fact. So Trump was asked about it. Trump was saying some really wild stuff. I'll read to you what he says. He says, I've been on their list for a long time. That's what we're dealing with. The only thing is I've left instructions, if anything happens, to just literally bomb them at levels they've never seen before.
Which you know that I find that to be the funniest thing that Trump has ever said.
Yes.
Like his instructions are going to matter.
Right.
If God forbid.
Like J.D. Vance is going to be like, well, what did he say?
I want to make peace, but I have instructions here from Donald Trump.
So then they asked him, they said, oh, are you referring to the plot that Israel uncovered? And he said, no, Israel came up with nothing. No. I've been number one on Iran's kill list for a long time, and it's the way life is, I hope you'll miss me.
I'm saying it's a little dramatic.
It's dramatic, but why why is he saying that?
You know what? How are you supposed to deal with an actual threat on your life?
Okay, wait. First of all, could we say a big fat chas v'shalom anything should happen?
100%.
We should be praying for Donald Trump's health and his well-being.
Yes.
That's a fact, regardless of what you think of the man. Now, back to your question.
So he's dealing with this threat on his life, I guess, with a little bit of humor. You know, here's a man who's been targeted before.
But it wasn't humor. It was really dark.
Like if he was Jewish, he would never speak like this.
Right.
You know, but he's not. And also, like, I think when he was coming home on the plane, didn't he tell one of the reporters, "You're in big danger. Anything could happen. They're after me."
Yes. No, I'm going to read to you another quote. Listen to this. He was discussing the Iranian leadership. He said, quote, "They're gone now. They have another set of leaders. They may be gone. Who knows? And you know what? I may be gone too because I'm their number one target. It's out all over the place. I'm the number one because they're expletive." Will not read that word. And you just mentioned, so when he was in Turkey, famously, he did not leave on Qatar Force One.
Right.
He took the old Air Force One. And they said, "Oh, yeah, there was just, mechanical issues." No, there's no mechanical issues.
Yeah, except the old Air Force One has missiles on it.
Yeah, it's got a whole bunch of defense.
Yeah.
Yep. But speaking of which, did you see Turkey? So at the Turkey summit, they gave all the NATO leaders a parting gift. They gave them this gun.
What?
Yeah. This gun with the bullets. It says, "With the compliments of the President of the Republic of Turkey."
That's crazy.
So, but
it is a great gift.
I mean, I would like it, yeah. But you have to imagine that the Israelis are looking at this and saying,
"This is what they give out? We are giving golden beepers.
Yeah.
You understand? We don't do guns. My 2-year-old, Moti, he has a gun. You understand? We do maybe exploding microphone, something."
According to Candace Owens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Candace Owens, she's claiming that one of her claims is that Charlie Kirk wasn't killed by Tyler Robinson with a bullet. It was an exploding mic that was planted by Israel.
Right. As though the entire thing wasn't televised.
Right. You know what's funny? And a lot of people pointing this out. Candace Owens has all these theories, right? About how Tyler Robinson didn't do it. And she has all these receipts, right? Did you notice that his defense team is not using any of her defenses?
Right. It's another
They're trying
point.
to get him off. No mention of any one of her psychotic theories about who killed Charlie Kirk.
That should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah, that and the fact that they said that they played high-resolution video in the courtroom of Tyler Robinson going onto the roof, picking up the gun, shooting it, and then running off the roof.
Right. And then you have his text messages where he literally says, "I did it."
Yeah. And his parents who turned him in. But yeah, Candace, you're right, Candace.
She's absolutely out of her mind.
Yes, she is. And before we continue, July 4th may have passed, but the July 4th shopping event is still going on.
Yeah, it does say the extended July 4th major shopping event.
It's been extended on Town Appliance.
Yes, so you and I have both now at this point used Town Appliance, and there could not be a more convenient, a more economic, a more enjoyable experience than buying an appliance from Town Appliance.
Yeah, and you know what? It's the summertime. I noticed personally that it's just not cold enough when we're going through these heat waves right now again. And I'm like, lower the thermostat. But I look at the thermostat, it's already low.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Zora Mamdani wants you to keep it on 78.
Yes.
I keep it on 68. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it still can't keep up.
It can't keep up. You know why? Because your unit is probably too old. It just can't keep up, or you need something bigger or better. But you know what? A lot of times you say, well, it's expensive. I don't know who to trust. We know who to trust, and we know who's going to give you the best price, and that's Town Appliance. It's not just about air conditioners. It's about barbecues. It's about refrigerators. It's about ovens. It's about everything and anything, especially when it's something that you need for your Jewish from religious lifestyle. They're going to tell you which appliances work best for you.
Yeah, and if you want to treat yourself with like an outdoor cooler, or maybe even an outdoor pizza oven.
I want one.
Yeah, so Town Appliance has all the things you need to make your summer that much better.
Check them out, townappliance.com. And you started talking about this on the bonus. This was pretty crazy. A Ryanair airplane that was headed from Greece, I believe, had its window blown out.
Yeah. How crazy is this? I think a piece of the engine got loose.
Yep.
And then hit this passenger's window, shattered the window,
and sucked him out.
And sucked him out of the plane.
Yeah. Well, hold up. He's alive and well. Baruch Hashem.
Okay. But only because
he didn't get fully sucked out, right? He only got
up to his
sucked
shoulders.
Out, right.
Up to shoulders. But his wife had to hold his legs from him falling out the window.
Yeah, so I really wish I didn't follow up on this story because, when the door came off the Alaska Airlines, I said, okay, I guess it could happen, 1 in a million thing. But the window breaking, okay, it's a little weird. But if you tell me not just that the window broke, the engine broke, a piece went flying, hit the window, it's much worse. And this was a plane flying to Memmingen in Germany. So these are German nationals. They were on vacation in Greece, having a jolly old time, going back to their native Germany when this tragedy struck.
Yeah, so now I think it's important to mention that the oxygen masks had to come down.
Yeah, here's a picture of it. Look, you could see, here's the picture. Here's the broken window. Here's the oxygen masks that fell down.
And so all the air gets sucked out of the plane, and now the oxygen mask falls down. Now, you have to imagine that these are German people, right?
Yep.
What are the instructions on the plane?
First, do
your own mask,
and then do the
and
person.
then take care of somebody else.
Yeah.
So he's falling out the window.
Yeah.
Right? And Gretchen is like, 1 second, Johann. I have to put on my mask. Rules are rules. And then finally he gets to her. She gets to his legs.
Gretchen!
Holding on to his
dear life.
And by the way, could you imagine?
He can't breathe.
He can't. Not only can he not breathe, like it's the air in the face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think the term for it now
Windburn.
is like dog maxing. You know what I'm saying? Because how the dogs always have their face out the window?
Yep.
That's the maximum dog-like behavior that you could possibly ever have. So it doesn't look like Johann is going to be flying again anytime soon.
But at least, he was rescued. He
Yeah.
was okay. I mean, he was in the hospital, critical condition.
By the
for a
way, if
little while.
she didn't hold his legs, like you have to
bye-bye.
think. Wait, you have to think. If she didn't hold, like how could he fit out of a small window? But you don't realize the pressure. It would have just snapped his shoulders and pulled him right out of the plane.
Yes.
So she did save his life.
She absolutely.
And other passengers came to help.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this could have ended a lot worse.
Yeah.
Really a
I mean,
lot
I
worse.
think this guy's got to make a Suda Soda.
But I wonder, was he wearing his seatbelt?
That's a great question.
Because we always talk about
Listen,
why you
they're
have to wear a
good.
seatbelt.
Like the seatbelts are great, but there's no chance that those are keeping you in your seat when the window is sucking your face out.
I disagree. I think that might be the only scenario where a seatbelt on a plane will serve a function.
No, seatbelt.
If you're crashing, chas v'shalom, not you. If someone is crashing,
Yeah, that's not going to help.
Seatbelt's not doing anything.
No, but I think it's mainly for turbulence.
Right.
So if there's turbulence, you stay in your seat.
Right,
Instead of hitting the top of the plane.
right.
But
Which is you're not going to die from that.
Yeah, but again, first of all, even if you have it really tight, like I just feel like the wind, if he would be in there too tight, maybe it would have just taken his head. You know what I mean? Like there was no way a seatbelt is helping this situation. Like I don't think Johann wasn't wearing his seatbelt. But if he wasn't, he's going to be hearing about it from Gretchen. Johann, how many times I tell you to wear the seatbelt?
Well, look, now you know why I always wear a seatbelt the
Yeah.
entire flight.
Well, again,
I never take it off.
This would not help you.
I think it would. I think it would. Should we ask this question?
Yeah, might as well.
And it says, witnesses said the passenger still had his seatbelt.
We're just calling him Johann.
Johann, fine.
Yeah.
Still had his seatbelt fastened when the window broke. The lap belt apparently prevented him from being completely ejected. Although his head and upper torso were pulled outside, his wife grabbed his legs and other passengers helped pull him back in. And the wife said, if we die together.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
Very un-German like, right?
We are both separate peoples.
So yeah, the seatbelt didn't. Well, no. Well, it kept him from being completely sucked out. That's the answer. So that's what.
So
it
you're
said.
saying that it would have happened much quicker. Like they wouldn't have even had a chance if he didn't have his seatbelt on. You got to think about that.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, just
Yep.
like you're just gone.
Yep.
Where's Johann? He is no more.
Yeah, Johann's not here.
Wow. So really, this guy's got to be appreciative.
Yeah.
But again, I think he's staying put. I think he's staying put in
He's
Germany.
taking the train for a while.
He's not doing any international interviews.
No.
about his experience.
In other air news, there was a student pilot who was up in a plane with an instructor, 22-year-old pilot, learning how to fly.
Okay.
And the instructor opened the window and jumped out.
Wait.
This was in Argentina.
Wait a second. Was he wearing a parachute?
Nope.
He just said, I can't do this anymore. No puede más.
Yeah,
And he
it's
just
not
left.
funny, but yeah.
So I'm assuming he died.
Yes. Tragically, he
What
did.
Like, how bad do your students have to be for you to just take the door?
You know, like when you're in the car with your wife and you're driving and she's like, watch out for that guy. And you're like, I saw it. What do you? And you jump every time she says something. There's a kid over there. Yes, I know. It's 3 blocks away. This guy had enough.
Yeah.
He just had enough. He's like, I'm out. I'm done. But the crazy thing is that now her instructor is not in the plane.
Yeah. How does she even land?
How does she land?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's scarier than you thought. So thankfully, she was able, coaching from the ground, she was able to land the plane and she walked away safely.
Wow. I think that's remarkable. But again, do you think she's going to be flying again?
No. I think she's done for a while.
No,
She's
I'm
gonna
just
hang out
saying,
with
like,
Johan.
how do you feel if your instructor just left?
No, it's
like midair. He's like,
forget midair. If I was in driver's ed and the driver's ed teacher just opened the door and jumped out and left me on my first time, I would bug out.
Yeah. I would bug out even if he did it at a red light.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You don't have to leave a moving car
Yes.
to get me nervous.
Absolutely. Anyway, we do have a lot more stories that we didn't get to. As usual, we're going to get to them on the bonus. And if you want to join the bonus, you can do it by visiting kiddishclubpodcast.com, click on Become a Subscriber, or you could subscribe directly in the Apple Podcast app.
Or you could sign up directly from our hotline and spice up your Saturday nights.
Yeah.
Because that's when it comes out.
Yes. And also, if you're looking to advertise, what better way to do it than right here with us, Kiddish Club Podcast. You are not only reaching a large Jewish audience, but you are also supporting kosher Jewish entertainment, and we appreciate it.
I usually say we'll see you next week, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Tisha B'Av.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could release it a little early.
Maybe we just talk Torah? Serious Torah?
I don't know if they
Is
want
anyone coming to us for that? I wouldn't come to me for that. Why would anyone else come to me?
I don't know. It's to be continued. I guess we'll
To be
discuss.
determined.
We'll discuss this on the bonus too.
Yes. And bonus people will weigh in, as they often do, because we have conversations with the bonus people.
Yes, absolutely. In the comments, they tell us exactly what to do and when.
And we listen. Until then, people, we'll see you next time.
And we thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to join the WhatsApp group. You can do that either from the show notes or visit us at kiddishclubpodcast.com. Follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, and don't forget to support the cast by visiting buymeacoffee.com/kiddishclub. Show your support for the cast, and until next time, Kiddish Club out.
And this episode is copyright Kiddish Club Media.